So to start building a ship in Civeconomy, here you go. You got your shipwright's mallet, and when you have that selected in your hand, it will give you this kind of over your hotbar, kind of a toggle mode selection. So left click to cycle and Q for description, right? So I'm just gonna cycle through them. Okay, so now we have to place lectern on whatever it is that you want to call a ship. And so let's see if this will work. So it says right click on a lectern to auto detect. So this is a work in progress auto mode. So this is more advanced for later. But we'll start with something simple. So right now we're in default mode. So if I right click on this, I get this bounding box that shows up, and I can switch it and increase the size on either side of the box. But let's suppose that everything is inside this box for my ship. So if I right click, okay, here we go. Rule number 1: ship needs to be at least 50% of stripped wood. Now all we got to do is right click on this lectern. Cool. Now we have got everything assembled. There was a chat message there that asked, "No mast detected. Proceed with 0 sail power." That means since we don't have any like sails, which is we'll get to that later. Civeconomy ships, you can have wall blocks act as sails that can propel your ship. So right now we got this portable chest. We also have a portable crafting table, and we have a portable furnace, as well as this pressure plate here, which we can actually row the boat. Now I can't steer from this seat. There has to be a driver on the seats, and since there isn't any propelling force from the seats, a basic rowboat will require you to have a player on the row seat and the player at the driver's seat. Let's break down the ship so that we can park. We got to be stationary, and what I did was I right clicked. You can see how this is slowly rotating, but if I right click, it's going to align itself, and that's because we aligned. All right, so once we get this ship to actually stop, so now we're completely still. If you have your mallet in the offhand and you right click, okay, so now ship is back into block form. Everything is in the chest as it was. We didn't test the furnace, but you can test that for yourself. You can build as big of a ship as you want with multiple row seats, etc. Diagonally placed blocks will show up on the ship build. So let's just give that a go. And again, so my bounding box, when I right click the first time on that lectern, I need to probably increase the size so that this front of the ship is now in the box. Cool. So now this whole entire ship is inside the box, and I can walk around on the ship because we have a workaround on how to have these kind of blocks. But I highly suggest do not walk around the ship while you're sailing because you could glitch out of there. So best idea would be to sit in one of these row seats. And that's the basics of how to build a ship.